I'm excited.
Welcome back to DXD Sports.
The one and only.
We I don't want to say we, I feel like I should just say Drew owes
I don't. I
our
don't owe
audience an
apology.
apology for missing last week.
That's not true. I was so excited because the Chiefs finally lost, so I was celebrating a week. That's why we took the week off.
You're just Drew's on the boat parade.
I was there to feel it. I was
Just,
climbing those poles and everything.
Drew's an official bandwagon. He threw out his Ravens hat, I see.
Well, just not repping them. We're off season started, so I don't need to rep them right now. I'm disappointed.
Ceremonial fire burn at every season for Drew. He burns all his jerseys, buys some new
No,
ones.
I do throw my stuff out though and put it in a bin and put it in the garage. I don't have to look at it for I gotta look at it for a minute. So I'll get back on it come August. I'll be out again. But right now, put it to rest for right now.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was the best Super Bowls I think I've ever watched. At least most
Dude, I loved every minute of
I don't
it.
know. Yeah, since the
Every
Seahawks beat
minute
the
of it.
Broncos, when all that talk was about Broncos offense and Seahawks defense just shut them down. They
Loved it.
got like
That
a garbage
defense.
time touchdown, a 2-point conversion,
Yeah.
or else it would have been a shutout. That defense was
I've I've never seen a front four dominate. It was almost as good as the Broncos winning that one year against the Panthers when the Broncos defense balled out against the Panthers.
yeah.
Dude, that front five, man, linebackers, secondary, everything, corners, everything from top to bottom, defense. I'm so happy y'all did not let this three-peat happen because that's all we've been hearing about for the rest of our lives, and I'm so happy that y'all did that.
The fact that they were doing that with like no blitzing is
Dude, they have
crazy.
blitzed once. Like guys mic'd up on the side, like, dude, we haven't blitzed once. You see how much pressure and sacks we got? He's like, they're gonna believe it. That front was like, we got it. Let's go eat. I was like, dang, man.
So bad. That was crazy. Yeah, great win by the Eagles. Shout out them.
Sorry, Swifties. I don't feel bad for you. Don't feel bad for Travis. Don't feel bad for Patrick Mahomes. Chiefs Kingdom, do
You
not
felt
care.
a little bad for me though.
No, I didn't at all. Why would I feel bad for you?
She's getting she was getting
booed. Yeah.
Is that true, or is that like some random reel I watched where like Travis like was getting interviewed or something? He's like, I felt so helpless, or is that just made up?
I don't know about.
I feel like there's no way he said that, but like, or that he even knew that was going on the I don't know big screen or whatever.
Yeah, I know she got booed though, but I don't know about the other stuff. But I loved it. It's a great Super Bowl. Congrats Eagles. Congrats fans, y'all. Got one. Now it's time for the Ravens next year. Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Made a bet with Jack. Remember this past weekend? I got that ticket still.
He made them.
Yeah, but I bought his beer for that. So that beer that costs $5 get turned into $50 if it goes next year. So let's go.
Yeah, true. Speaking of this weekend, second year in a row, I was looking at. Oh, I sent it to you, but our year memory or whatever. Second year in a row, we've been booed up for Valentine's Day. Now we hit the slopes. We tried to film some stuff. I'm glad we didn't because it didn't go so well for me.
What happened again? I forgot.
I
Are you gonna tell the people?
I tried to go through the trees, and my pole, which I didn't know that was possible, just snaps it.
Snapped in two. All the years that I've been snowboarding skiing with people, I've never seen someone break a pole, and you managed to do it. And it was the most slow motion fall I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
like, I don't even know how you even did that. You need to get your money back on those.
It was like the softest fall I've ever had too. It was weird.
That was crazy.
I looked down and it's at 90-degree angle.
That was like what, the third, fourth round in? So that was like the third.
It wasn't good after that. Maybe we'll post a clip. I think you don't got me falling, but you got
no. I got you with the carried it down the hill, man. That was good. And then you nuked the tree. Didn't see that. Yeah. I wish I could have seen that.
I'm still sore from that, so I'm feeling like I almost didn't do this podcast because I'm a little almost pulled a LeBron in the All-Star game.
Just talking about that was a good. What'd you think of the All-Star? You watch it at all?
No,
watch a little bit.
I watched the highlights of the dunk competition, maybe the 3-point. I don't watch Dude, they don't play. It
They don't
means
try. They
absolutely
don't even
nothing to
try.
these players. They try to incentivize them with money and extra bonuses if they win. It means nothing. It's the biggest joke in sports.
Yeah, dude, the format with this
I
year
mean,
was like,
now even the NFL, like you look at the Pro Bowl, they're playing flag football. It's what are we
at this
doing?
point, why do you even do it?
Like
I'm being
I
honest.
just saw this thing of like it was like Ray Lewis in the Pro Bowl, and he's taking people's heads off,
Sean,
and
yeah.
now they're playing two-hand touch grab ass. Like I get the injury aspect, but it's like then you look at the NHL. But I mean, I don't know if we segue there right away, but like look at what they got going on. There's 3 fights in 10 seconds because they booed the national anthem. Like
Yeah,
you don't,
you don't boo the national anthem. And they did it, and that was in Canada too, they did that.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Like
They're like, all
they
right,
dropped
let's
the
go.
gloves. They dropped the gloves, and like they care because it means something to them. Like every
Yeah.
single game, you watch a regular season NBA game, you got the stars sitting out, like taking days off. You watch like NFL, obviously regular season means more, but like dude, I don't know. It's
Oh,
like NBA. Then they complain about their ratings and what can we do to fix? They try to come up with like in-season tournament, try to spice up the All-Star game. It's like, dude, you have to make these players care.
the best way is gonna fix this. Go East versus West again. Quit doing all this stuff. Team that wins gets $1 million. Each player gets $1 million.
$1 million don't
I know
mean
it ain't nothing,
anything
but
at
for
these
that in-season
All-Stars.
tournament
Maybe
though, that
maybe the
in-season tournament
ninth
though, it
man on
did.
the bench. But it
Yeah,
ain't
but
gonna matter
like
to the guys getting voted into the All-Star game just because of popularity. It's not
I
because of their
know that's
stats.
true. That's very true. It's a popularity contest now too, based off of that. But I'm just saying, like that in-season tournament, like you saw people actually trying because like guys that are in the G League and stuff, like they got all that money too. Like everyone got it that won in the in-season tournament. That's why I like the in-season tournament because like it invites the stars to like actually ball out for the guys that don't get the big money contracts to actually get some money. Well, I don't know,
Well,
like I said
I was
before,
thinking like you do the like the 4 countries thing, which I think NHL in the future should expand it to at least like 8. I think there's like, I mean, obviously 2 teams are gonna contend for the title every year, but there's always gonna be those upsets and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like expand it to like 8. They did like a round robin thing where they all played each other, and then the best score after that goes to the
yeah,
final. But if you like could do you couldn't do countries because obviously USA has like the best team. Like look at the Olympics, they just blow. But like
yeah.
if you did like USA versus everyone else, like combine a team of like Giannis, Luca, like these
Just
European players.
USA
Yeah, like
versus Worlds or something. Call it
think of like Giannis, Jokic,
Luca,
Luca,
Kyrie because he's from Australia.
Kyrie. Like that'd be a team that
SGA, Canada. Like,
I
you
was
got a lot
just
of
about
good
to say I
play.
thought he was foreign,
Yeah,
but yeah, you look at that, like that would actually be like a competitive game if USA doesn't take them serious. Like
yeah.
that's better than East versus West, or like at
The
least it's like
4-man team
America, and maybe
matchup
they could
thing.
have some pride.
Oh,
I don't know.
something. It just needs to change. At this point, it's just ridiculous. They did. I don't know if you saw the format. The format was like first to 40, 4 different teams. There was so much stuff going in between the games. Like it was just like, what are we doing? Like Mr. Beast had a halftime shot thing during it. I'm like, okay, that took like 30 minutes. I'm like, what are we doing? I thought we tried to watch the best players in the world go at it. Apparently
Yeah,
not. This is all just promote this, promote that. I'm like, come on, man. I just remember back in the day when Kobe played it. Man, R.I.P.
that's what
That
I'm
dude.
saying. Like you
That
go
dude,
back
he
to
went
those days,
hard.
that, like people that cared, throwing elbows, and
Dude, like Kobe broke his nose in an All Star day because Dwayne Wade fouled him.
yeah.
He broke his nose. Like they
Dude,
don't
they
do
get
it like that.
wide open layups, wide open half court shots. They're dinking around, throwing it off the backboard,
Yeah.
like alley ooping. Like I don't know.
Yes.
I haven't watched an NBA All Star game in years just because it's a complete joke. But
Yeah, you ain't missing out, man.
I
You're
do
not
watch
missing
the
out.
dunk highlights. I'll say
Yeah.
shout out what, McClung or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. White
Yeah.
boys doing this.
Well, he's the only one that competes in it. Like no one else competes in it.
That's true.
Like
Yeah, that's another thing. Is like
let's get some studs
the
in
best
there.
dunkers don't even do it.
Like you're telling me
LeBron's
LeBron.
that. He's never done it, right?
Like, no, he's never done it. John
Is there two?
Moran, that dude got bunnies. Like, dude, go out there and you do something. Even Giannis, like these athletic people, go out and do it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
see why you don't. And LeBron's like, dude, you're 18 with a 40-inch vertical. Why wouldn't you go your second year in the league at 19 or whatever when you got All Star? Why wouldn't you
I
do
could
the dunk
see why he
contest?
doesn't do it now, but
But
yeah.
I'm saying when he was younger, like, why wouldn't you just go ball out and just go have fun? Like Blake Griffin, he did the thing. Like they all made it cool to watch.
Yeah. That's probably like the last time I actually watched it was like Blaker because I
The
remember
best
the
one was with Levine and Gordon back in the day when Gordon was playing for the Magic and Levine was playing for the
and Dwight.
Dwight and Nate Robinson back in the day when they did it. But that one was probably the best one. But yeah, I just think all these stars like start competing and stuff, make it more interesting. That would get the ratings up. You're telling me if you had John Morant, Giannis, like
The
all these
people would
guys in
tune
the
in,
dunk
yeah.
contest, like that would get everybody going. I'd get the ratings
I
up
think
real.
they're like so worried about their image, maybe. I don't know why. Like, I guess I could just speculate, but like, I don't know why they're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Like, either they feel like it's not enough to win it or they're too embarrassed of missing a dunk on.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why you
don't know.
making millions. You have nothing left to prove. You've done it all. You made it to the NBA. Like, who cares if you miss a dunk? Like, 99% of America can't even do it. So who
Yeah.
cares?
Well, I saw like Anthony Edwards was like, they're asking him like why he doesn't do it or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm more of like a power dunker, like, dunk over people. It's like, he's like, I don't do like the 360s.
Pretty
So
sure the
maybe
man
that,
has almost a 40-inch vertical. You can do whatever you want when you're that high. You're that tall, man. You can literally do whatever you want.
that was his answer. I saw like a clip of it, but yeah. So
That's crazy.
back to the real men on the ice. USA has
It got
said,
me excited, man. I didn't even watch the first
like,
game when that.
exactly. It's like people that don't even watch hockey that never like. That's the most like proud I
That's
am to
what's
be an
up.
American since like November. Not not to get too political, but like you watch that, you're just like, and then that sound they're playing on all these videos after they score. I think that
Yeah.
started in like I
All
don't
I
know.
know is I heard about that through one of my buddies, and he was like, "Yo, did you watch the game?" I'm like, I don't really watch hockey. He's like, dude, there's 3 fights in 9 seconds, and America was just busting them. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, there's like 20 hardest hits I've ever
Yeah,
seen in a game.
yeah.
And I watched. I was like, dang. So I watched the last game. I'm like, all right, I'm tuning in tomorrow too again.
The finals
I'm
tomorrow, but
excited, man.
USA's got some injuries, and I'm worried about them. Originally, Canada started out as like a plus 150 underdog. I think they're still like a slight underdog, but it's like minus 115. So like
Oh,
with the injuries USA's suffered, I don't know if they
is it in Canada again? Or was it at for this game?
think it's in US now. I think
It's
it's
in the
like
U.S. now.
I want to say it's Boston maybe.
Hey, all I know is that it got me excited, so I'm tuning in. If everybody should be tuning into that because that was crazy.
Everyone's going to be watching it and like that's what I'm saying is like yeah, it's in Boston. So at TD Garden. Yeah, I mean, I'm people that don't watch hockey just fan of like I've told you for a lot of years hockey is my favorite sport to watch.
I know.
I don't get it. I mean, I remember you used to come over and we'd watch the NBA finals and the NHL finals. That's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Watching that, like from going from March Madness into the NBA NHL playoffs, like
That's the only time you should watch the NBA is in the playoffs. That's the only time they try.
yeah.
Like they don't care in the regular season. They just coast. But nah, dude, it was cool to see, and it's cool to go to a game. We've been to two now together, I think, right? Or one. I feel like we've been to.
I've been to a few. I don't know how many you've been to with me.
I think I only
You
went. I
you
think
for
big.
sure went last year for the playoffs. Went to Vegas.
Yeah, the big. And then I went to one before that for a work trip, I think. But no, it was cool. It's better live.
Is
The
that not like
atmosphere,
out of
atmosphere is
every
crazy,
atmosphere? Like I have friends, brothers, like
man.
that go to NFL games and then they go to an NHL game. They're like, dude, nothing compares. I've been to UFC events. UFC's probably the closest thing that can compete with it.
Yeah,
Which I'd
never
say
been
their UFC might
to
be
a
a
C
little
one.
better, but
I've
But
never
as
been to an
far as
NFL playoff game either, so that'd probably be electric too. But I just every
yeah,
hockey
that's
game I've
true
been
too.
to, I mean, like I know it was a playoff game we went to, but that was crazy. And that was like people.
Well, like
It was
NFL games, you get all those TV timeouts, and like they
yeah
take 20 seconds in between plays, and like you almost like feel out of it. I feel like the reason people like gravitate towards that atmosphere is just like it's nonstop. Like I
yeah
think they get like 2 or 3 TV timeouts per like period. So it's
yeah
like it's nonstop action. Like
nonstop.
people
And then
hitting, people playing offense, defense. There's no timeouts. Like there's no breaks or like
I just like the fighting aspect, man. Like you start something, you can do it. You do in the NFL, you getting suspended or fined. You do in the NBA, you get suspended and fined. They like no, they love it. They promote it. Hockey's doing it right.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Hockey right now, they're doing it right. And that USA thing that just took place, that's making hockey just put it on the map even more. Because now it was like, all right,
There was like talks about like them taking it away, like whenever the world started getting soft, like a few years ago. Maybe it was more than a few years ago, but like they just shut it down right away. Like no, like
I'm glad they did
you
it,
want to
man. I'm
fight?
like
It's
no,
bare knuckle. It's not
yeah,
like
it's not like
not
it's
UFC.
like
It's like you're just
it's like
punching them in the face, like on ice. On a imagine getting a fight on ice like a blade. Just standing on a blade trying to stand up, and you're getting punched in the face.
I've never ice skated before. I'll never probably do. I'm good, but it's impressive, man. I'll
Yeah.
give them that, man. It was cool to
So
see.
yeah,
I'm
excited to
excited.
watch that tomorrow night. I
Are
was
you gonna
gonna put a
place?
bet on
I'm
it.
gonna say, are you gonna bet on it or no?
Honestly, like I said, with the injuries, not to go against America, but Canada is so stacked. And like, I mean, not like so much on the defensive end, but like feel like at plus 150, I would have for sure taken them. I was having a conversation with my buddy on Sunday or Monday. I was
Yeah,
like, dude, honestly, that's probably like the best bet to make right now. And now they're at like minus 115. I think USA is like minus 120. So it's like, now I might just bet the USA. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's some
see.
prop bets in there I'll take a look at before tomorrow. But regardless of what bet I put in, go
Don't know who
America.
you go. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's good. But
It's
yeah, I'm excited to see it. Did you bet? Did you bet on anything earlier, like the Canada when they first played Canada? You didn't bet
no,
on anything.
no, because I thought I think most of that's I think that's another reason why it was like so like viral or was like I don't think a ton of people expected USA to win. And the fact that like I said, gets booed, drops gloves,
Yeah,
like
like it
come
got
back and
people go.
you see McDavid get leveled on the boards, like things like that. Like I think that's why it was such a big moment. And obviously you got, like I said, not to get political, but you got the tariffs and all that going on.
Yeah,
I think that's probably why they were booing.
but still, you got America
I wish
riled
I was
up.
a final. That's why it sucks it's a round robin. Is because if that was just it, put a stamp on it, see you next year. Like that's another thing. It's like I feel like they could expand it to a couple more teams.
Yeah.
Like at least like an 8 team, like just strictly playoff over like a week or whatever.
So why they do? Why do they do? Do they do this every year? This four
No,
worlds
it's the
thing,
first time they've ever done it.
just for the heck of
So
it?
instead of the All-Star game this year, they did this.
Okay.
So like All-Star game obviously would just be East versus West.
Yeah,
And like I don't know that draws even 1/10 of the views that this
I didn't know
is
that was the
true,
first year doing this. I was just like,
but
it's pretty cool. I
yeah,
liked it. That's tight. All I'm saying, NHL's doing it right now, man. That's all
that's
I'm
what
saying.
I'm saying. Like if NBA did, like I don't know if I just came
Something
up with
like
that.
that.
Like, NBA versus like all those foreign players that have come
Adam
over.
Silva, if you're listening, try it out next year,
There
dude.
you go.
Try to do something, man. The
I don't
one
know if that's
today.
the answer. Incentivize these players, these at least superstars or want to be superstars to do the dunk contest.
Yeah,
Like I said, I didn't know who McClung was. I know it's like his second or third year in a row winning it, but I
yeah. He's kind of moved from G League to G League teams.
Yeah, so he's
He's
not
playing
even
for the Orlando. He's playing for the Orlando G League team right now, but he's bounced around. He's just kind of been bouncing around. So, I mean, he balls out. I mean, it's impressive what he does. I'm not taking away anything from him. I'd love to see him in a competition with some other like actually good competition, but
yeah, like get
because
some of these
some people are trying to
superstars.
some people are trying to like discredit it. I'm like, dude, at least he's doing it and actually doing like impressive dunks. No one else is doing it. Like you
Yeah,
got all these rookies and like kind of no name guys like trying, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It would be cool though to see Ja or Anthony Edwards or somebody, just some high flyer. I'm like, Anthony Edwards, come on, man. You
Jaw's
like
done it before, hasn't he?
no,
I swear Jaw's done it.
no, he hasn't. Not that
Who
I
might?
can recall. I don't remember. I don't think he
I
has
want to
done it.
say I mean, obviously you'd probably know better than I would, but I'm almost like sure Jaw's done it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Fact checking me. We're live, bro.
I know. I know. I just had to see. Yeah, I've not seen anything on that, but
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I mean,
I don't know.
I can't even call, man. I'm gonna be
Doesn't
honest.
matter. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just him dunking on fools in the actual games. Like
probably.
that's something that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
For that, I told everyone when it was plus 150 to go bet on Canada. I missed it because I didn't go do it myself. Also, I would feel terrible. But that's like one of those things where it's like back to the conference championship where I said, hey, everyone go bet on the Chiefs. If the Bills win, you're happy. If the Chiefs win, you win some money. So it's a
Yeah,
win-win regardless.
yeah.
Very
You picked them.
responsibly.
You
Also
picked them.
get
Hit. You said
yeah.
plus 3.5. Eagles plus 3.5. That's what you
Could have
said. Like,
taken a
hey,
minus 20, but I did not like I thought Eagles, like obviously they're the better team on paper. I did not expect like
no one saw that coming.
much
Come
as I
on.
had belief in them, like they were capable of doing that, but like no way, refs, like all this, like three-peat talk, like
Yeah,
there's no way that was gonna happen. The fact that it was just like dude at halftime, and then they started talking about like Patriots, oh, they came down 28. I'm like, no. I was
yeah.
like,
That's
no,
true.
stop that. Like they put the graphic on the screen, like, Patriots 28-3, largest comeback in Super Bowl history or whatever. And then they talk about Chiefs down 27 or what were they down at half? Were they down 34 or 27? Yeah. So I'm like, so that would have been the biggest. And I was like, oh my God, here we go.
I was
And
worried
then
about that for a
Chiefs
second.
got ball at half. And like, I don't remember what happened first possession after half. They punted it or something,
Yeah.
right?
All I know is I got mad when they got points on the board for the first time. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wanted to skunk. I
Well,
wanted
and
to
all those
sweep.
garbage time points too.
Yeah, definitely.
That bombed to Worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 22
Gosh,
points of just garbage time.
whatever. It was like whatever. Just pad his stats. But man, I was looking at stats from Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and like that dude throws a lot of picks in the Super Bowl. So next year, if he makes it again, hopefully he does it to my Ravens in it. With Fizz, I'm just gonna bet on freaking Patrick Mahomes throwing an interception in that game.
Like a
He's throwing
freaking
interceptions in every Super Bowl game.
QBR was like 11. So bad.
I love David
That
Newton,
was
man.
yeah.
So what
I
you
don't
think
know. What do you
about?
think? Do you think Kelsey sticks around next year? We'll get into
He's
some NFL trade rumors, free agency rumors a little bit. Obviously, we'll talk about that for weeks to come. But
yeah. I think they gave him a timeline. They said like I forgot what it was. It was like an article that came out. I didn't read it 'cause I don't care.
Kelsey did.
No, the Chiefs did like talking about giving him a timeline if he's going to come back or not. Personally, I hope he retires. We'll see how good Patrick Mahomes is without the boy.
He's got to go do your thing with T
But do you
Swift.
want to go out? But you want to go out that way? You can't go out that way. Losing the Super Bowl that bad. That's how you want to go out.
Bro,
At least
what?
like
There's players in the league that like would die to go to one Super
true.
Bowl.
I know. I agree
What
with
are you
that.
talking about? You can't go out like that. Yeah,
All I'm
that was
saying.
a terrible performance by him, but like
That's what I'm saying.
that obviously shows that you're washed, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, you're
I'm
not
just saying.
blocking for your quarterback. Like, people like to blame the tackles. You see, dude,
Oh
I
yeah, I
watched
saw
that.
those clips when he just
Dude,
like did a little thing and it showed
he
Gronk's
didn't move
spots.
for like 3 seconds on one play. He just stayed in his stance. The guy like ran behind him. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if it's a heart, body, mind, whatever. Like, but
No, I'm
it
just
didn't
saying.
seem like. Obviously, he had that one good performance. What was that? Is that against the Ravens or Texans
We're talking about this year or previous years.
this year in the playoffs? He had like one good game in the playoffs.
I think it was the Texans. I think he bought out against the Texans.
Maybe
Yeah, it
it
was the
was,
Texans. It
yeah.
was the Texans.
Or was it Bills?
I think that is, or maybe I can't, man. I don't keep track on these Chiefs,
Doesn't
man.
matter. It doesn't matter.
All,
He had
all
like
I'm
one
saying,
decent game, and everyone was like, because remember how many
yeah,
weeks going on the podcast we talked about? It's like, all right, Travis Kelce, he's due for one. He's due for one.
yeah,
And like, and then he had like one game during the playoffs. It was either Bills or Texans, but because they didn't play the Ravens. But
yeah.
like, he had one good game, and everyone's like, oh, he's so back. It's like,
Well, that's season Chief Kingdom for you. But no, I think he comes back. I mean,
I
dude talked about how
do,
much
but
he loves
like,
the
if
game.
it makes zero sense, like from like a salary cap standpoint, like as
True, he'd be making a league minimum if he does come back. He's not gonna get like a
he's
huge
got
contract.
he's got to restructure it or like take a pay cut.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's the only way he comes back. Like, they're not bringing him back on his current deal.
No,
No way.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that'd be stupid to do, but I mean, he's been there forever. He's been there his whole career. He's done so much. It
Yeah.
might just be kind of like a, hey, we're going to keep you around if you want to do it. Whatever you want to do, we'll do type thing. He's earned that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm sure it's restructured at least. At the very minimum, it's restructured if he even comes back. But it's like, dude, Dayton, probably the most famous chick in the world, billionaire times 10, probably. Like, just chill. Just go start a family with
With
Swifties.
T Swift.
You'll get a reality TV show again. I always forget that he's on that freaking
What was
dating
that
Kelsey
called?
I don't know.
Something like, I forgot about that too. That was like when he was younger, though.
His
I was
type
like,
switched up real quick. Did you see
yeah. What's the
Gardner,
boy's name?
DJ Gardner Johnson
Dude.
tweet? Or was it a story or tweet?
It was
Whatever.
it was on his IG story. He's like,
Dude,
he should have
maybe that's what NBA needs. That's what NBA needs, is just get people
just
buzzing.
get him going. Dude, he was cooking.
Stuck with that thing. What did he say?
He said he should have stuck with that thick, thick
Yeah.
shit or something.
Dude, that was so funny. And then obviously all the Swifties are coming for him.
Coming for his mom's restaurant.
Yeah, where's his shirt to the parade? Licks my balls. Swifties can licks my balls. Dude, that is savage.
I loved every minute of it. I thought when I saw it, I was like, I need to get that. I'm not even an Eagles fan. I want to get that shirt.
I would never wear that, Swifties, for the record.
I would 100% wear that. Get DXD to sponsor that or get.
Hell no. We don't stand for that. Oh, dude, that was so funny. But like, yeah, no, just go do your thing, Trav. You had a hell of a career. Like I said, most players, like if you ask, go back, like other than Cam Newton that says he wouldn't give up his MVP for a Super Bowl. I don't know what that's about.
Cam just says, dude, Cam Newton just says anything for. He just says anything for attention, man.
But
dude's
no,
actually
he's the greatest tight end of all time, stats and accomplishments wise. So
yeah, I hate to admit that, but stats don't lie.
You gotta give it to him. Plus,
I'll give it to him.
Factor in like some people have the stats and don't have the accomplishments. He's got both. Like, you can't really argue. He's got the Super Bowl rings. He's got the
he got nothing left to prove. I'm just saying, as like he talks about how much of a competitor he is, I just feel like he would want to go and try to run it back, or at least kind of end on a higher.
Obviously, you know better, like as him, like he knows better than like anyone, like where his body's at, like if he actually like But you gotta know after that almost gave a blueprint to everyone else in the league on how to just shut down the Chiefs. And like that's where you're just like, dude, I don't think they make it back there. Not for a few years at least, until they like rebuild some stuff.
O-line. Start with that for
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, even the defense has some good pieces, but they didn't do anything. Besides Chris Jones, I don't even think Chris Jones even had a sack that game. I don't think he did
He did
anything.
he did have the wildest way on how to stop the tush push.
I know, turn his body sideways. I didn't even see that until like a couple of few days ago. I was like, wait, what? And like looking at the sky view of it, I was like, I kind of like it, but he's like, dude, it's not gonna work. But nah, Chiefs got some work to do. But like everybody said that this year. Oh, and look how they're always gonna be there. So until
I
somebody
don't know.
can beat them, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say what they need to do because I don't think whatever they're doing is working. So we'll see.
We'll get into it more next week. We got a hard out today. Got leave by 5, so we'll get into the trade rumors, free agency, what teams need to do. Hopefully, we're talking about USA winning the Four Nations.
I'll be excited about
Get
that
back
one.
to some regular season hockey.
Some NBA,
And
pick some highlights on that because you know that's gonna be a good time. Now we're getting down the stretch. The guy got to try a little harder now. That's why I
yeah.
start to amping up. So it'll be good. We'll get a lot more involved with everything now.
All right. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow us on
Instagram,
probably still no X, but Instagram.
TikTok.
That's pretty much all we're at right now. Try and push it onto Spotify, all these other platforms. It's too much for me right now. So see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.